Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk about one of the factors which has contributed immensely to the well-being of these maize crops. Okay, as you can see for yourselves, they are doing quite well. Some of the factors which are contributing to the well-being of these plants include the availability of organic nutrients already in the soil. I think I've talked about this in the previous videos. The soil here has got enough nitrates which are responsible for providing nitrogen which is needed for plant protein. As you can see, the leaves here are large and dark green, showing that they've got enough plant protein from nitrogen, and also they've got enough magnesium needed for chlorophyll, which is the green pigment responsible for trapping sunlight energy during photosynthesis. And one of the factors also which has contributed immensely in a positive way to the well-being of these maize crops is the absence of worms. In the previous seasons, we usually experienced tissue-eating worms, which disturbed the yield of our crops by eating the leaves. Okay, but as you can see, the leaves here, they don't have holes or punctures because there are no worms, which usually contributed to the poor performance of the maize crops in the field. But now we don't have those worms, so the plants are doing quite well. So one of the main factors which contributes to the well-being of these plants, which I want to talk mainly about in this video, is the availability of rain. We have been receiving abundant rain since October through December up to January. Now we are receiving quite good rain. Rain contributes mainly to the well-being of plants. I think as a farmer, water is something which is critical for you to have a better yield. So I don't have irrigation, I rely on rain. So the rains did not disappoint. We receive abundant rain in this season, and I hope to get a bumper harvest at the end of the season. Okay, so where I live here, we receive our rain mainly from November, December, January, February, up to the end of March. But in the previous years, when climate change was not a big problem, we usually got our rain starting from October. But now, due to climate change and global warming, we are receiving our rain mainly from November up to the end of March. So here our summer, we receive our rain mainly in summer. Our summer starts, let me say maybe at the beginning of October up to the end of April. That's where we receive our rain during our summer. Here we experience hot, wet summers and cool, dry winters in Zimbabwe where I live. So our summers are hot and wet due to the abundance of rain, and usually that's the cropping or the farming season for most people, especially those who don't have irrigation like me. Okay, so here we have mainly two seasons, summer and the winter, and summer is the longest one. Winter is only about 4 months, from May, June, July up to end of August. Okay, and also the major governor of rainfall in this region is the ITCZ. ITCZ mainly is an acronym for Intertropical Convergence Zone. It's a zone of intense low pressure which allows air masses of similar characteristics, of homogeneous characteristics, to mix, to meet and mix. And by so doing, by allowing those air masses to move into the land and the meet and mix, they bring rain to our region. They bring rain to us. They bring abundant rain, which we will receive in the summer. So I'll talk more about the ITCZ in the next video, but the ITCZ is the governor of rainfall in our region. And as you can see, the plants are doing quite well due to the abundant rain. The rainfall was not erratic this season. Fortunately, that's why the plants are also thriving in our fields. And I hope I will get a bumper harvest at the end when I harvest. Okay, so I'll talk more about the ITCZ, which is mainly responsible for the rainfall, for the abundant rainfall which we receive in this region. Mainly, the air masses which bring rain here, which meet mainly in summer in Zimbabwe here, are the northwest or the Congo air masses and the northeast and also the southeast trades. So these air masses, when they meet and mix, they bring rain in Zimbabwe so that we enjoy a good cropping or farming season. So I'll talk more about the ITCZ in the next video, but here I just want to talk about one of the factors which has contributed immensely to the well-being of the plants, which is the abundant rains, which were not erratic in this farming or cropping season. Okay, so this is just backyard farming. In my backyard, I've decided to put these maize plants. Remember, the seeds which I planted here, I had preserved them from being attacked by pests by putting them in a deep freezer. And when the planting season arrived, I took them and planted them in the maize field, and they are doing quite well. They responded quite well. I experienced almost 100% germination. Okay.